In a harrowing report from CBS MoneyWatch on November 20, 2023, journalist Elizabeth Napolitano revealed a damning lawsuit against UnitedHealth, a healthcare giant accused of using artificial intelligence to deny elderly patients life-saving care. The lawsuit alleges that the company knowingly deployed a defective AI model, NH-Predict, with a staggering 90% error rate to override doctors' orders, prematurely discharging patients from care facilities and leaving families to grapple with devastating consequences. The stories outlined in the lawsuit are nothing short of heartbreaking. Families of two now-deceased Medicare Advantage beneficiaries described how their loved ones, denied the care prescribed by their doctors, were sent home to die or forced to deplete their life savings to pay for treatment that should have been covered. One family member tearfully recounted their mother's confusion and fear when she was informed her care was no longer necessary, even as her condition deteriorated. The lawsuit portrays these denials as part of a calculated effort to maximize profits, exploiting the cruel reality that less than 0.2% of patients have the resources to challenge denied claims. UnitedHealth allegedly relied on the knowledge that most elderly beneficiaries lacked the time, knowledge, or resources to navigate a grueling appeals process. For the majority of patients, the result was financial ruin, inadequate care, or premature discharge. Even more damning, internal documents reportedly show the company was aware of the AI system's egregious error rate but continued using it anyway, disregarding the dignity and well-being of the patients they were entrusted to serve. Adding to the outrage, the lawsuit claims UnitedHealth used NH-Predict to cut off payments for extended care even when doctors deemed it medically necessary. Patients were forced out of care facilities, sometimes abruptly, because an algorithm determined their care was no longer justified. The cold, error-prone technology repeatedly overruled doctors' expertise, leaving vulnerable individuals and their families to suffer the consequences. Over a year after the lawsuit was filed, the story took an even darker turn. On December 4, 2024, UnitedHealth CEO Brian Thompson was gunned down in a targeted attack outside a Manhattan hotel. The details of the crime stunned the nation. The bullets used to kill Thompson were engraved with the words "deny, depose, and defend," a chilling echo of delay, deny, defend, a scathing critique of the insurance industry's practices. While authorities have not confirmed any link between the murder and UnitedHealth's controversies, the symbolism behind the attack has raised unsettling questions. Thompson's murder is a stark reminder of how societal anger, left unchecked, can boil over into acts of violence. Regardless of his position or the controversies surrounding the industry he represented, Brian Thompson was also a person, a son, a father, a friend. His death is a tragedy that underscores the need for systemic change, not acts of vengeance. These events unfold against a backdrop of growing societal resentment fueled by extreme inequality. Imagine being told that your loved one's care was terminated, not by a doctor but by a computer program, while watching corporate executives amass unimaginable wealth. Such despair has left many Americans feeling abandoned by an economic and health insurance system that prioritizes profits over people. Online reactions to Thompson's assassination laid bare these fractures. While some condemned the violence, others expressed glee, some even celebrated, viewing the death of a health insurance executive as symbolic revenge against an industry widely despised for its perceived indifference to human suffering in the pursuit of profit. This response reflects the dangers of unchecked inequality and the resentments it breeds. History warns us of the consequences of these divisions. The French and Russian revolutions, driven by stark economic disparities, erupted into violent upheavals that tore societies apart. Scholars point out that the United States now experiences levels of inequality rivaling those of the Roman Empire, and the nation is approaching the extreme economic disparities seen before the French Revolution. If left unaddressed, These conditions risk deepening resentments and potentially sparking greater violence. Stanford historian Walter Scheidel has described inequality as the great leveler, emphasizing that throughout history, extreme inequality has often been resolved through catastrophic events such as revolutions, wars, or societal collapse. In a modern United States marked by widespread economic frustration and ready access to firearms, the warning signs are alarmingly clear. The global decline of democracy, fueled in part by growing economic disparities, serves as a stark reminder that the U.S. is not immune to these forces. The murder of a corporate leader like Brian Thompson is not an isolated tragedy. It exists within a system rife with inequality and societal tension. When economic systems prioritize profit over human dignity, they erode trust, deepen resentment, and exacerbate divisions. Such conditions create fertile ground for dangerous resentments and societal fractures. The polarized reactions to Thompson's death reveal a society dangerously low on compassion and empathy, not just for victims of predatory industries, but for one another. History teaches that ignoring these issues comes at an immense cost, and the United States, for all its wealth, is not an exception to these truths. Please subscribe to the Intellectualist new YouTube channel, where we present insightful videos analyzing the current events shaping the world. Turn on notifications to receive the latest updates from the channel.